Hey folks, Justin from Tackle Tactics, out on the water for a morning low tide session with my dad. It is a bit of a glamour morning, which can be a tough bite, and we've heard the bite has been pretty tough, so we've downsized our presentations to one of our favourites. This is the ZMan 2.5 inch Slim Swims. We're going to be starting off with a 1/4 TT DemonZ Jighead, which is perfect for fishing some deeper edges and up into the shallows. So when the bite's tough, go to what you know, and this guy here is one of the deadliest paddle tails you'll ever get your hands on for fishing the river and estuary. Let's get into it. We've had a bit of rain which has dirtied the water up, so it's pretty feral looking water, so we're downsizing to the 2.5 inch Slim Swims, hoping for a mixed bag of species, see how we go. And we've put on the oil family colors, so I'm running the midnight oil, which is that motor oil color with the silver fleck through it to catch a little bit of this morning sun, and Dad's gone for the blood oil color with that real nice natural glitter through it, bit of a greenier color. So he's got the green head on his, and I've got the goldy colored head on mine with that bit of flash that I'm fishing there as well. So hopefully with those UV reactive colors we can stir up a fish in this dirty water. Yep. Oh, good, mate. Yep, what have we got there? Oh, fired up. It's a little flatty. It's a starter. Kick things off with a little bloke. Oh, we've got a double hook up. Ronnie's on. Mine's a little bloke, so I'll spin you around so you can see what this bloke's up to. Yours sounds a bit better than mine. On the Slim Swims, double hook up, moved in where the bait was sitting. Mine's away. That one sounds a bit better. Ronnie's on the blood oil colour, 1/4 That's a bit better, Dad. A bit better than mine. He punched above his weight though.
Yeah.
He was fired up, taking a bit of line off you.
Not like it.
But that's a nice fish. The bite's been tough this morning. We've moved, just kept moving along the bank until we've found a bit of activity, and we've got a double hook up. So I think we've got to be in amongst them now. So there you go. Dad kicking things off with a nice 40 something. Mine was undersized, so it's gone. This one Ronnie can have for dinner. So there you go, that little Slim Swims paddle tail in action on that 1/4 ounce 10 TT Demons. Just fishing some edges. Nice work, Dad. Give us one of them. Good job, fish on. The area that we're fishing in here varies in depth from about half a metre through to about 1.5 meters. So we're just throwing big long casts to cover water, casting right around the boat. And I'm using what I call a shaking retrieve. So I'm using a wind and shake, wind and twitch of the rod, and then a pause, watch it hit the bottom, wind and twitch, let it hit the bottom, wind and twitch. So I'm moving it the whole time. Now I see Ronnie, who just caught his bigger fish than mine, he's using a hopping retrieve. So another popular retrieve and an excellent one with the Slim Swims, which is basically just let it hit the bottom, give it a couple of hops, and then you wind up the slack line as you let that hit the bottom again. So we're back on the bottom, couple of hops, wind up that slack line as it falls back to the bottom. And that's a good retrieve as well. It gets it up and going, and then as you wind up the slack, that plastic falls back to the bottom. You're waiting for that tick, feel that bite, set the hook. And the shaking retrieve, I'm basically keeping it moving all the time, and then that pause, and then that pause, and I'll often get hit on that pause. Same with your hopping, you'll get hit on the pause as that plastic's falling back to the bottom. Bang, flatty comes in, swipes it. Ronnie's on. What do you got, Ronnie, out of the drain? You just said there's a lot of bait up in there. Silver. Brimbo. Not a big fella. He's in there hassling that bait, so there you go, on that slimmy. Everything eats the Slim Swims. Only a little tacker, but bent the rod. Good fun. Get that big flatty that's in there, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched him eat it. Oh, that was great. Yeah, I saw him following it.
Good one?
Yeah, reasonable fish, eh? Saw him following it, and then boom, he just smashed it. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. All right, incoming. He stopped it. There we go, folks. That was pretty cool. In the clear water, watching this guy shoot out the scoffet. We've just moved into the mouth of a creek to see if we can pick one up in here. It wasn't really happening in that other gutter. Plenty of bait, but not a lot of fish. So up into the creek mouth, and we've got a little fella straight away. That's on that 2.5 inch SwimZ motor oil colour. Quarter 10 DemonZ Jighead. He's only just legal, but good fun. Tough bite today, so onto the small lures. We're on those 2.5 inch slimmies to get some bites. That was pretty cool then. Only a small fish, 41 centimetre fish, but I twitched the lure up and I saw the lure come up off the bottom. It's only metre deep where we are here, so the fish followed it up, had a swipe at it, missed it. I dropped it back down, and on the next lift he absolutely drilled it. So that was pretty cool. I had to change my trim my leader then as well, because that leader was chewed. So don't forget to check your leader after each flatty. Alright, that wind's picked up. We've got a bit of a northerly blowing now, which isn't helping us. Oh, it's a whiting bar. Check out that cracker.
Oh, kidding me.
There you go. We were talking about that SwimZ and how everything eats it. That's a nice whiting on the SwimZ. Fished over the top of the weed beds then. That's a yeah, nice whiting. I think Ronnie won't let that one go back in the water. That one might be for a feed. But that's on that motor oil coloured slimmy, so it catches all different types of species of fish, and that's a nice whiting. That one for the box for Ronnie for dinner. Good times. Oh yeah, drilled it. Oh, whack that. Holy dooly. I was having a chat, mate. I'd had to stop for a break. Get tired. Oh, he drilled that. Drilled it. Beautiful. Nice fish, mate. Apologies for that bit of wind. She's blowing up a bit, as was forecast. But that little slimmy's still getting the bites. So there you go. There's a nice little flatty again. Motor oil colour, pinned in the corner of the jaw. He's had that in the gob a bit and chewed up my leader, so I'll have to change that leader again. But we're having a great little session. You know, it's tough bite. The water's dirty. We've got the wind. It hasn't been fishing really well. People said there's a lot of bait around, but there's not a lot biting. And so we've done pretty well today, scratching together you know, a couple of flatties and a whiting in the box, and a few that we've let go as well. So a great little session, because we're fishing that good little bite-sized bait fish. That 2.5 inch SwimZ paddle tail gets eaten by everything, and we're fishing it on that quarter 10, which covers us from the shallow flats down to those drop-offs. Ronnie's on. Little fella. That's alright. Fun. I'll just let a little bit of one out. Oh, what's he coughed up? Another little fella. Ronnie in action again. This time it's him getting the little one, so we're okay with that. He doesn't want to play the game. Right, we got him. Pop this jighead out, and he's away. Back in the drink. That'll Aztec plastic, good to go. Catch another 50 fish on that at least. Hopefully today.
That'd be nice. Yep.
There we go. Oh, fish on, sitting up on that weed edge. We've got that breeze working against us, but we're just spot locking into the breeze so that we can hold position. Oh, this thing's going to go down. We're just spot locking into the breeze to hold position. Sorry about the wind in the mic again, but that's a monster dart. It doesn't know it's hooked yet, I don't think. This is a solid one on the SwimZ. Great little placky for big fish and the smaller fish, but this guy just realised he's hooked. And he is cranking. Here he comes, just trying hard. Yep, in the net. Nice work. Awesome having a good net man, I can tell you. This bloke knows how to net the fish. How's that guy on the deck?
Beautiful.
That's that'd be a 60 dart on the slimmy.
I'd say 60.
Might put that one on the mat and we'll have a bit of a look. Right, there we go. That's a beautiful fish, 61.5 on the mat. Nice surprise that's coming out of shallow water on that 2.5 inch slim swims. That 2.5 inch slim swims gets it big or small. That's another 60 that I've caught on that slimming. Let's have a look at this one and then we'll send her. Oh. There you go, she's still fired up. She's still a bit green, that one. That's a 61.5 on that 2.5 inch slim swims. If you find yourself facing tough conditions, dirty water, wind, you know, the conditions aren't quite right for you, give that little slimmy a go. Get stuck into a few flatties like that one. That's a beautiful fish. Nice, fat, heavy flatty. We're going to send her on her way. This is the best part about catching a 60 centimetre plus flatty for me, is sending it back. Oh, she's kicked away, beautiful. Fish on. We've done it pretty tough today. It's been a bit of a grind in the wind and with this dirty water. But one thing that's been consistent for us through the day is weed edges. Like, find the weed, find the fish, find the bait, find the fish. Dad's on again. You're joking, mate. What are you on? Oh. All right. I'll just let that one go. They're liking that kick, I think, of the tide. The tide's turned to come in. That water's pushing in. They're up in the weed. Nice one. How's that, folks? Red hot. It goes from, that's fishing from 0 to hero in no time. One cast. One cast from donut to legend. So Ronnie's got a few today. That's another nice one. That's a good fun sized fish, Daddy. Ate it pretty close to the boat, eh?
Not too far.
Yeah, just flicking up into that weed edge again.
Yeah.
Alright, I've got that jig head. Got a hold of that jig head. Grab that fish. There we go. You jump in there, mate. It's your fish.
It's a nice
Give us a look
fish.
at the bloke that caught it.
Oh.
Fish on. So that's another nice one. One for Dad. So that's the blood oil colour on the green DemonZ head, and that's a cracker fish.
Yeah,
and that's a great presentation for getting stuck into them, as we've said. So, you know, we haven't had consistent bite all day. We've moved around to a couple of spots, and now we found a nice little patch, and they're loving that little paddle tail. 10 times tough ZMan slim swims. That paddle tail that just, it swims on the drop, swims every time you move the thing in the water, and the fish just love eating it. So I'll try and wrestle it back out of this bloke and we'll get him back in the water. Fish on. He's on again, this bloke. Little fella. Can't catch any big ones, mate. There's a pocket rocket there, but that was a prime cast. Ronnie landed that one right where the bait was. Oh, that one's off. There you go. Okay, little tiny fella. Only a little bloke, but he was right where he should have been. There's a pressure point, the tide's coming in, pushing up on the weed. There's a bunch of bait there. I don't be surprised if he doesn't pull another one out of there straight away. On. What am I doing?
Oh, keep out of the water. I've got a mile.
Brown marlin. You know what I should do is move this ice box out of your way. Hey, and give me a bit of room. There you go.
I'm going to bring this one in or not, mate. Sunset jumping out of the water.
There's another nice one, eh? This one's doing a bit of jumping in the shallow water. He's fired up. Not as fired up as Ronnie though. On to another one. I think Ronnie's about 3 and 5 casts now. I remember a mate of mine belted one. The head busted fell off. He'll know who he is. Too many things having a chat to the bloke start. Not letting you fish.
Yep.
That's a nice one too. That's a good fish. No, he's looked beautiful. No, he's pinned right in the corner of the jaw. Pinned right in the corner of the jaw. Blood oil 2.5 inch slim swims, 1/4 ounce 1/0 in that DemonZ, and that's a nice fish.
He's got wings, this one.
Yeah, he jumped out of the water a few times in the shallows, hey? As they do sometimes in the shallows. 40. Yeah, he's about a 56, 57, Dad.
Yeah.
You want to send that one?
Yes, I think so.
We'll send that one back for you guys. So there you go, cracker session on the slim swims.
Beautiful.
Good times. We might just throw one more cast. See how we go, hey Dad. But that's a beautiful 56, 57 centimetre flatty for Ronnie on that slimmy out of shallow water on a tough bite. So we've worked hard and we found ourselves a little patch of fish. We're going to send that fish. That's a beautiful looking flatty. All right, so let's send that one. That's a nice 56, 57. Going back for you guys. Yeah. She's away. Get out there, get stuck into them. Ronnie's smashing them. I'm tying my jig head back on down here while Ronnie's whacking 3 flatties. He's watching me every time I get close to the not finished, he catches another one. Oh, good times, Dad.
Good times, mate.
You're joking. You're joking.
It's not a big one. It's not a big
This bloke's out of control. I'm down here trying to tie a knot on my jig head. He's catching fish non-stop. That's brilliant. Brilliant, mate. Another little fella, but he'd be probably just under legal, that guy.
Yeah.
But he's a, you know, good fun. You don't mind catching them in shallow water, Dad? Yeah, you don't mind catching them in shallow water, eh?
No.
Another fun size fish, that one. We said one more cast and you just whacked another fish, so you probably have to have one more cast. Never ends. Oh, that's brilliant. Beautiful. Great fun. We found a little patch of bait. Nice little weed edge. Oop. I'll straighten this Blackie out for you and we'll get him back in the water. There you go. How's that? This plastic alone is just belted. That's belted 4 fish in no time or something, and it still looks absolutely perfect. So that's a benefit of that ZMan Elastec material. This bloke's on fire, just slow rolling and hopping that plastic in through this bit of area here. We've got good weed and a nice sandy edge, and throwing that slimmy. I finally got mine rigged up again, so hopefully I can catch one in amongst all the ones he's been catching. That's fairly close. Yep.
You on it?
Yep, I'll be right along that deep edge as well.
You on that? Are you big?
It's silver. I got him. He's silver.
Whitey.
Nah, Brimbo this time.
It'd be a nice whitey in here.
Brimbo. He's not a bad brim. Have a look at that. So that's slimmy today. We've got whiting, brim, flathead. Anything else we got in there? There, your bread and butters. Brim, whiting, flatties. Oh, he just pooped all in my boat. Oh, gross. Sherry will be filthy. There we go. Nice brim on that Slim Swims. 2.5 inch motor oil. So we've got a nice whiting, bunch of flatties, a couple of brim. That Slim Swims, everything eats the Slim Swims in the river and estuary. We love it. That's pretty cool. That's one thing throwing these guys, you never know what's going to be next, what species. We've pretty much caught, well, everything, Dad. Grunter, trevally, brim, flathead, whiting, flounder, tailor. keeps going. Hopefully it keeps going now. Yon, Dad.
Yeah.
Again. What do you got this time? Whiting, yeah. Been on the net a bit today. This bloke's been smashing them, which I don't mind. Pretty fun session. Sorry about the wind in the mic, she's a bit blowy. But fish don't mind the wind. Oh, there we go. You went over onto that deeper weed edge that time a bit.
Yeah.
Where are you, Ronnie? Oh, you're sitting down.
Yeah.
We've almost worn him out, I think. He's bugging. There you go, there's another nice one. So that's the retrieve you're using, huh?
Yeah, just slow roll.
Yep.
Couple of jigs.
Yep. They just smashing it? You're getting taps or they're just eating it?
No, it's tapped and then they take it. Yeah.
Yep. A couple of taps and then fish on. So that's slow roll, couple of hops, and just let them eat it, eh? That's another nice fish. Good times. There we go, folks. The session started out pretty tough. We found a couple in the end. Apologies again on the wind. It's knocked us around as we've gone through the session. But what do you reckon, Ronnie? That was a pretty good one?
It's been really good, yeah.
Yep, awesome. Love getting out with this bloke for a fish, and he's just turned 80. So that's his first fish since he's turned 80. So you haven't lost it, mate. You got a few?
No, still learning.
Yeah, and we love that Slim Swims. Dad and I love to get that Slim Swims out and fish when we're fishing together, because we've had so many great sessions on it. We've caught so many different species on it, It's just a deadly little paddle tail, mate, eh? Tested and proven. If you're looking to get stuck into a few fish in the river and estuary, check out that 2.5 inch Slim Swims. We fished it today on that 1/4 ounce 1.0 TT Demons that we love. So from Dad and I, all the best with the fishing. Get out there, get stuck into a few. Cheers.
Good one.